Hey everybody, Dr. Fox here. Thanks for tuning in. Today's episode is all about breaking the cycle of normalizing period pain. Stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing a patient case with you. If you find this beneficial, definitely click the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you on future episodes to dive into other underlying causes of your period pain. Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's not my Friday. It's weird. I'm supposed to have 3 days off, but I'm working tomorrow. Actually, normally I don't. But anyways, I came on here because I met the loveliest new patient yesterday. But it was just a really good reminder that even for me, that I should hop on here and kind of go over things that I've gone over before, because there's always new followers. And I think females particularly need reminders about not minimizing their symptoms and recognizing and acknowledging the fact that it's not normal to have to experience some of the things that we do as women. So that's what I want to talk about. So one of her primary health concerns were cramping leading up to her period, which never used to happen. Like 4 days before, she'd actually start to get cramping. But what was interesting is that she had classically always had really severe pain day one of her cycle. But the odd thing to her was more like, why am I getting this lead up of cramping 4 days before? There was some other things going on, but I just want to focus on this one particular thing. And then I think the severity, even though it was already pretty severe, the pain on day one of her bleed was even worse. But after having a conversation and kind of muddling through some of her history, kind of be like assessing, what were things like in your 20s? Now she's 35, she's had 2 kids. What are things looking like now? What are the differences between like diet and lifestyle in your 20s when things were a bit better and not so extreme? What are the differences now? Anyways, after much discussion, and her flow had actually changed in the last few years since having her kids. So after we kind of discussed all the pertinent history, which I'm leaving a lot out. But basically what I determined, which I can't definitively say, but most likely what's going on is that she's always experienced endometriosis, and it's just gotten worse as time's gone by, likely due to the fact that she's taking care of 2 littles and she hasn't been able to take care of herself as well because she's so divided, right? Children versus no children. Your lifestyle really changes, and how we treat our bodies, especially as mothers, changes a lot too. And so my suspicion is that there's just a lot more inflammation due to that kind of thing. So she's actually experiencing the symptoms of endometriosis even more intensely. Now the kicker is that she, and like so many other women, because often we're surrounded by women who struggle with the same things as we do, is that she actually kind of just thought that day, one day of extreme pain, in her words described it as like needing to be in the fetal position, was just normal. That's what all females just had to put up with once a month. And I'm here to tell you, no, that's not normal. That's a sign that something's going on. I'm not saying that means that you have endo, but I'm saying that that's not normal and you shouldn't have to put up with that. And it was just a good reminder for me to share that and kind of send reminders like that out to you guys, because if you guys know, then you can empower yourselves and do what you need to do to kind of take the steps to get the proper investigations done to figure out what the heck is going on. So yeah, just so you know, that's not normal. We should be able to go through that phase of the month without experiencing extremes. Now, what I kind of described to her is like, yes, like we should be able to feel like the day before and the day of like cramping, but just kind of like not to that extreme. So we're shedding lining, we're shedding something. So there is muscle contraction because we have to push the uterine lining out. So we should be able to feel those sensations and get a bit of bloating, you know what I mean? But it shouldn't be where you feel like that day is a write-off. Definitely not. It should be manageable and tolerable. And also like we're cycling females, right? So our hormones do fluctuate, and there should be some mild symptoms leading up to it, but nothing extreme. So that's a whole other talk. But just so you know, if you're experiencing these extremes, there's something off. Okay, that's all I had to say. Happy Friday. I hope everyone has a good weekend.